Hey, what's going on, y'all? Today's Sunday. We're nearing the end of April. Hope everyone having a good April, good spring. We're doing things to put ourselves in a better position for the summer. It's right around the corner, y'all. Like I tell y'all, time is of the essence. That happens to be the only resource we cannot recoup. We can get back money, we can get back materials, we can plant new trees, we can do all kinds of things, but we cannot rewind, reverse, replay, or get back time. But anyway, I know I told you guys last time today was going to be a all new daily jewel. Like I tell you guys, most times I get a lot of the inspiration, a lot of the reasons behind my actual reasoning for recording a specific daily jewel for that day, behind some of the things I see on my timeline, the people I run into, the conversations, the emails. Today's daily jewel is going to be daily jewel 61. Daily jewel 61 is going to be about serving your personal interests. When I say your personal interests, I mean the things that benefit you. Getting what you deserve, getting what you feel like you're worth, things of that nature. We're living in a generation that's been conditioned and trained to believe you take what you can get and you make do. I hear that word all the time. We just gonna make do. Being content, settling, that's running rampant within my generation. And I'm no certified historian, but my take on it, my perspective, and my opinion always is we were conditioned to be we've been conditioned to settle. We've been conditioned to make do. We get dealt this hand, we get dealt these circumstances, and we're just supposed to make do. We're supposed to settle rather than seek a plan, take action, and find a way to switch the hand, throw the hand back, whatever the case may be. But anyway, like I said, this is my opinion. Me myself, I'm 25. So the generation I was brought up under was the generation, my terminology, that was the generation that was getting in the door. The generation before that would happen to be my grandparents, the ones who in their 60s, 70s, 80s. They came from the times of segregation and isolation where they didn't get much. You had color this, color that, a lot of segregation back in those days. So their mentality versus ours is totally different. We're a whole new generation. We're a whole new breed of people. And like I said, a lot of us have it in them. A lot of us have it in us. We just haven't tapped into those things. But if you look at the news, if you look at the negative things that are going on that we're responsible for, it'll clearly show you that this generation is totally different. And I said this all the time when I first started my mentorship. Should we be able to channel that energy in that direction, and that action into a positive light, this generation will move mountains. Because we're nothing like our grandmothers. Most of us are nothing like our mothers and fathers. This generation is the generation of jumping out the window. Like I said, just a slang terminology for it, but this is the generation that's going to jump out the window. But anyway, our grandparents came from the generation of segregation. Our parents came from the generation when things somewhat started to smooth over. So they began to get opportunities. Our parents, they began to get those okay jobs or those good jobs, or they were able to go to those colleges, or they were able to get those loans, things of that nature. So that generation was trained and conditioned. Again, my opinion, they were trained and conditioned to say, hey, man, we finally got our foot in the door. We got something we can hold on to. So we just gonna hold on to it. We're gonna squeeze it tight and we just gonna make do. We're gonna make the best of it. Because years ago we wasn't getting nothing. But at least they're giving us a little something now, so let's be happy. And that's what this daily jewel is about, serving your personal interests. Equality. You're a human just like any other individual. The grounds that y'all were made upon are the same. A man and a woman had sex and created them, and a man and a woman had sex and created you. But not even necessarily had sex, you may have been brought about in a different manner, but nevertheless, you're a human being that comes from a womb. So I don't see how an individual's color or the education or the upbringing or anything of that nature means they're entitled to more than you are in life. And I just say that to say this, whether you're in the workplace, whether you're an entrepreneur, whatever it is, I'm for the people. Whatever makes you happy, that's what I'm about. You got to serve your personal interests. We're being underpaid at these jobs. We're being overworked at these jobs. in the entrepreneur world, we're underpaying ourselves. One of the biggest things, and like I said, my mentor that I had and still have, Dwight Gilmer. Y'all check him out on Facebook. That guy has gave me endless wisdom, endless game. I can go on for days about his contributions, mentally and physically. But anyway, one of the biggest things he told me when I first got into retail, and I would have friends and family or so and so, they would hit me up and say, "Hey man, can I get this and that for this price?" Or try to bargain shop. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the question he posed to me is, can that man walk into finish line and bargain shop? Can that man email Nike and say, "Hey, can you do it for 20 less?" The answer was very easy, no. If you're going to respect these other chains that you have no relation to, you just heard about them and you think they're all that. You respect their rules and policies, you're going to respect mine as well. You can't bargain with me. You're going to treat my corporation as such the same way, in the same regard that you hold theirs at. And that again doubles back to, the original point, serving your personal interests. Friends or family, a boss, a TA, a professor, anybody. We have to stop letting these people undervalue our worth, undervalue our time. I remember when I worked at Winn-Dixie, probably like 10, 12 years ago. And it didn't dawn on me recently. It didn't dawn on me until about 2 months ago how they used to work this machine. The stock manager would come in and say, "Hey, with his most convincing face and tone, 'Hey guys, if y'all can stock y'all aisles in 2 hours, I'll let you go home early. If you can knock it out real fast, I got you. You can get out here early today, man. Go home, enjoy your weekend. All that BS nonsense to make me feel like it was really something important waiting on me outside that door. In reality, all he did was make me work faster, get the job done that should have taken 8 hours and 5, and only paid me for 5. So in all actuality, he's the winner. Not only did he cut back on costs, but he got the job done in 3 hours less of time. And that goes back to your time and your value, and not just the dollar, but you have to sit back and ask yourself, what is your hour really worth? And like I said, that's why I touched on time in the beginning of this video, because I feel like, especially my generation, the younger ones, conversations I have with older people about time, we're always on the same frequency. But my younger people seem to think they're going to be 20, 30, 18 forever. That time flies by. The time for your children will fly by. Time just moves fast, period. You have to understand, and I know we all have to start somewhere. We have to crawl before we walk. I'm with that. I'm with paying the dues. I paid mine. I know how it is. But it has to come a point in time where you hold yourself accountable. You hold your life accountable. That you're a walking, talking, and breathing organism just like anybody else in the building. There's no reason why equality shouldn't be spread throughout the workplace or entrepreneurism, whatever it is. And another thing that I see a lot of people get hung up on, and like I said, I'm all for happiness. I'm not for jobs. I'm not for entrepreneurship. I'm for happiness. If being an entrepreneur makes you happy, do it. If working makes you happy, do it. If you want to go to college till you're 50 and that makes you happy, just do it. But one of the biggest things, and another thing that, just makes me frown my face, is the beneficial setups of these companies. Now, like I said, I can only speak from experience. I work for the county, Hillsborough County, the county I live in. And that's supposed to be oh so awesome if you work for the county. But anyway, I never understood how do you convince me to set up a somewhat of a savings account for the duration of my life or the duration of my work time, and then you'll tax me if I need money that I've been saving earlier, than the time that you feel is good for me. I never understood why people talk about health insurance at work. Listen, if I was underpaying you to overwork you, I would want you to come to work too. I would kick you a few dollars to come to work too. Now don't forget, some of it's gonna come out your check as well. But I would negotiate with select doctors to make sure you get a small copay too. And like I said, y'all, it just goes hand in hand with serving your personal interests. How can a man tell you, I give you $1,000 for the year to help you with the doctor. Now, if you're really sick and you got to go beyond that, that's your problem. But hey, come work for me, cause I'll shoot you a couple grand. If you got a cold or whatnot, or if your teeth are messed up, I'll shoot you a couple dollars, to help you with that. Just make sure you come to work. And then these same individuals hold the same right to, 86 you at any point. Shit, they feel like your sickness becomes excessive. Even with college, and I have a huge problem with the education system. That's a whole nother video. That won't be a daily Jew. That would definitely be an event, because I have lost so much hope in the education system. But anyway, even with college, I learned early on that your heart and your drive doesn't necessarily dictate where you're going to go in college, what kind of degrees you're going to obtain. Again, my opinion, but in my opinion, it all trickles down to the man that has the most money. The man that has the most money is going to get the biggest piece of paper that says, I'm smarter. And that's what I really feel like college is. And I'm not saying we don't learn anything now. I feel like we do learn. But my thing is, and it's just how I feel, you're paying for the education. And I know that's what you're supposed to do. But I'm saying in a literal sense, you're paying to get the most high up paper that says, hey, I'm the smartest. You're going to get this piece of paper. And this for people not with scholarships. You're going to get this piece of paper. You're going to pay a hefty fee for it. They're going to push you back out into the workplace, teach you how to supposedly work your way up within the system just to pay them back the money that you use to go get money. I never understood that concept. I've never understood people turning a blind eye. I've never understood somebody throwing $15 in your face and a few benefits can literally force you to dedicate your Monday through Friday to them for the rest of your life. I never could understand that. I never could understand another man telling you, your break, the time that you eat, the time that you may converse with your children or your significant other was only worth 30 minutes. I never could understand that. Like, and it's something I really hate. I really hate classism. I really feel like a lot of people are, their worth and what people feel like they're entitled to, not entitled to, but their worth and what they deserve is based on, the dollar or how they present themselves. I never could understand these things as to how I saw some nonsense on Instagram yesterday, a picture of a stripper and a picture of a young lady with a degree. And it said, it just said something along the lines that men give the things that a woman with a degree deserves to a stripper. And again, it just goes back to serving your personal interest in equality. The common denominator in that picture is they're both women. They're both human beings. I never understood how your dollar amount or your career choice dictates what kind of man you deserve in life or what kind of treatment you deserve in life. And just, again, my personal opinion, but I feel like classism is no different than racism. You're judging a book by its cover. You're judging what my life should amount to because of the specific job I've taken at this time. I just never understood that. Even us myself as a parent, and the parents who may be watching this, or the parents before us, raising the bar and setting the standards is something we have to do. We are consistently pushing out a generation, that we're just teaching to be happy. Run out there and go ask that man for an opportunity to work on his job. And you make sure you're on time, and you make sure you do your work just right. And, you make sure you dress up real nice to go look good for that man so he can hire you, okay? But make sure you don't piss him off, because if you piss him off, he holds the ability to get rid of you and erase your livelihood at any moment. I never understood. I'm not going to say never, because I've been there. More recently, in the past 3 years, I have yet to understand how we setting ourselves up and the people behind us for failure. I really feel like it's for failure if you're going to put your whole livelihood and the way you feed your children and keep your lights on and put clothes on your back in the hands of another man. How do you solely 100% give him the power to uproot your life? You're worth more than that. He's not God. He shouldn't have sole control over how you eat tonight, or if you can get your kids a decent pair of shoes, if you can put gas in your car. And like I said, I'm not against working. I'm all about happiness. If it makes you happy, go for it. But I will say this. I am against any of us, whether it be our parents, grandparents, best friend, brother, lover. I'm against any of us solely depending on the efforts and the intuition and the thought process of another human being to feed our own human beings. Especially, like I said, especially for our parents. I'm 100% against that. We cannot let them have total control of our lives. They're controlling 5 days a week of our lives. And then even when we get old, they divvy out our money to us when they feel like it via pension or retirement. Like I said, y'all, we got to serve our personal interests. This Daily Jewel is really about equality. That man is no better than you. A piece of paper saying he's smart makes him no better than you. Being brought up in a wealthy family or being put in a better position makes him no better than you. The common denominator here is we are all humans. We all derive from a womb. I haven't met any CEO or any boss yet that has dropped out the sky. He's an alien or he's any different. You deserve the same things he deserves. You got to pay your dues. You got to put in that work. Some of our obstacles are going to be a lot harder. The road is going to be a lot harder, y'all. But we have to serve our personal interests. We've been settling and making do and just accepting less for too long. We were not put here to grind Monday through Friday, enjoy leisure time on the weekends, and then die the following weekend. That is not what we were put here for. And like I said, I don't care who you pray to. I believe we were created in his image. No man is better than the other. I don't care how long he's been there. I don't care what his status is, what his title is, or what his pockets look like. Serve your personal interests. Stop letting them underpay us, overwork us. Stop letting them devalue us, devalue our education, devalue our status in life, devalue our neighborhoods. We are not confined to these things. We got to get out and we got to seek the best. And for my parents, like I said, raise the bar and set the standard. We are just breeding more machines, more robots that are going to fall into this same system and breed the same exact thing. That change has to come in there somewhere. And like I said, this is your generation. Not in a negative way, but we are crazy. This is the generation to make that shift, y'all. So, like, of course, the full Daily Jewel is going to be in the description, y'all. Daily Jewel 61, serving your personal interests. Your hour is priceless. Time is definitely priceless. We got to stop trading time for money. Seek happiness, seek purpose, seek fulfillment, and breed up more powerful, highly intelligent, purposeful individuals, y'all. But again, Daily Jewel 61, serving your personal interests, y'all. I'm going to see y'all next time.